meeting this guy over here. He's the one that convinced me and washed my car in a thong and said that you got to be Hawkeye, please.
Oh, yeah, Michael Bay style. That's nice.
He did do that.
Yeah.
He did do that.
Yeah.
He washed my car in a thong. It's amazing. I have photos. I'll Instagram that shit.
But Downey is our rich neighbor.
Yeah. And thanks, Fred. You hear that? You know? And
oh, that's me, right? Just when I wake up. Is that me?
Are you joking? Is
That looks like Evans.
that is Evans, isn't it? Renner.
That's Downey.
It is Robert Downey Jr.
Wow.
What? That's RDJ? Shut up. Since when? I was like, me?
Robert and I definitely work very well together, but I don't think you can construct that chemistry. It's something that is there or it's not.
He's one of my all-time heroes, and I always love seeing him. We don't see enough of each other, but and that's pretty beautiful.
He's a really great leading man. He's very generous, and he facilitates these great gatherings, and you get a proper lunch break and you eat wonderful food, and it's air conditioned, and you go, oh, after, you know. His set is lovely and cool as well. I don't think the crew enjoy it as much as the actors in superhero costumes do, but I certainly loved it in that swishy swashy cloak of mine. It's heavy work in the Atlanta heat, but with him in air conditioning, much goodos.
I think Robert's incredibly talented, big heart, hard worker, struggled really hard to get where he is, and he's at the top. He's been at the top for a few years now. I'm excited for him. I know he's getting a kick out of all of this, and I'm happy to be here for him.
Thanks, boss.
I mean, can Downey's...
I kind of like my powers. Yeah, what's Downey's power?
Well, I was going to say, can Downey's wit and charm be his power? I mean,
comedic timing.
The suit is the suit, but his charisma and charm, if that's...
I see people standing outside on the street because they're so excited to maybe catch a glimpse of Robert Downey Jr. I'm going to go with Robert Downey Jr. on that
one. Robert Downey, because he's wildly intelligent and witty, and spontaneity with his humour is unlike any other. It's a scratch and sniff tattoo of Robert Downey's face. Robert Downey's
Robert Downey's lunches.
He had a tent, and his little what was
his
it called?
own base camp.
His own base camp.
Yeah, compound.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
And on this last two films in particular, I think we're all just aware of, obviously, this was potentially the last time we're ever going to come together like this, and what we'd all been a part of over the years. And so we had these lunches every day, and there's different themed lunches every Friday.
Yeah.
There'd be...
And decorations, too.
Yeah, proper decorations.
Wow.
Like little mariachi bands.
Yeah, we had a mariachi band.
Yeah, Halloween.
We had a Halloween themed.
He really threw
it was like
on.
all haunted. It was like a haunted house in there.
Yeah,
because the movie went on for so long that there was like every possible season, every possible holiday, and he like really owned it. And it made it so great because if you're going to be at work, like on Halloween, for example.
Yeah.
Do it at Robert Downey Jr.'s base camp. Do it there.
Yeah.
I think most of us have been pretty vocal about what he started, and without him, none of us would be in this position. And what he created and invented, we had to rally sort of in amongst that and behind him, and he led the way like a true leader and champion, and you know, we wouldn't be here without what he'd done. And there's always been such a great encouragement from him, such great constant feedback to what we're doing. And Downey orchestrated that a lot, you know.
Really?
Yeah, I think because he was the first one in, you know. He really was, reminding us all kind of, look how special this is, and not that any of us, there was any lack of appreciation, but the awareness was, I think, sort of kicked off by him in a greater way. And
once there was a man named Robert Downey Jr. The end.
Robert Downey Jr. was an amazing actor the day I met him. He's an amazing person the day I met him. So he has continued being both of those things. Seeing how he has evolved this character, particularly up through Endgame, is really something to behold, and I think is something that is astounding and will go down in history as one of the greatest acting feats over 10 films in 10 years. And nobody could have done it except him, and we wouldn't be here today on the purple carpet for Endgame without Robert?
You know, it's always been super generous and always been very, you know, very available and clearly a very talented actor. But seeing him continue to come up with new ways to figure out Tony, and he's so invested in the story overall. So we just really are very lucky and fortunate to have him as our leader.
And there was a knock on my trailer, and it was Robert's assistant dropping off like a whole bunch of supplements that he had put together for me.
Oh, the rest of you been under Dr. Robert's care?
Dr. Downey?
Yeah, Dr. Downey.
I've had, on Spider-Man 1, and I didn't really know you all that well at this point, so you took me back to your trailer, and you hooked me up to this machine.
For real?
What machine?
And you started prodding me with this thing. You know the thing that goes, woo? And I just was sitting there like, just be polite, be polite. And you fixed me up real good.
Wait, what machine? Are you really Iron Man? What's going on?
Tom, have I doctored you at all, or no?
No. No, you're very nice.
So to you, doctoring would be not nice.
That was great.
Yeah, he didn't do that, but he made a lovely welcoming speech when I first showed up as Vision, but I couldn't hear it because I had the ears on.